Hello there, lovely Cancer. This is Miss Joan, Miss Joan's Tarot on the Hill, and I'm here to talk to you about March. March will be taking 5 weeks, so there will be 5 columns of cards, and it'll be covering February 26th through April 1st. So yes, that's going to be quite a bit. So let us program these cards, and we will get started with your reading. After, of course, I program the other cards too. Oh, so we can go in depth at the end. Let's see. So I was meditating with you guys, and I got some information I want to share with you. One is to talk about how there have been a lot of losses lately, young and old, some seemingly unexpected, but some, of course, more expected. And I just really need to touch on that and let you know that everything is going in its own divine order. Everything, they made the impact they were intended to make when they got here, okay? So even though it seems like they were way too young to go, they did what they needed to do. The ripple effect of their being here has been made, and it will be felt for a long time, okay? So even if their ripple effect is causing somebody else to ripple, oops, pardon me, causing somebody else to ripple in a way where they create a big ripple effect for another, it's done. Their contract is done. So I don't want you to worry that they left too soon, okay? They didn't. They're good. It's been a lot lately. I'm not gonna lie, there's been a lot of people on their way out. I'm setting those aside. We'll get into those at the end of the video. Those will be for the first in-depth reading of the first week of March. Let me go ahead and lay these out and I'll tell you some more. There will be 5 columns, so we're gonna fill her up tight. The other message I got for you, Cancer, was that you might be the one getting in your own way, so be cautious about that. We're going to see how that manifests in the cards, but the reality that you might be creating standards per se that are so much that they stop you from progress, meaning I was told specifically that perfectionism might be an issue. And that whatever you're working on may not need that kind of intensity. So you can take a deep breath in March and allow what it is that you're doing to just grow on its own. You don't have to over manage things, all right? I'm being shown that you tend to over manage things in this situation, but this is like seeds. You're gonna put them in the ground. You're gonna you do the basic stuff first, but then you got to walk away and let nature do its thing, okay? It's super frustrating because it means you have to have patience. So you're having some patience highlighted, okay? That is what I was told, and I hope that lands well with you. If it does not, that is okay. This reading is, of course, for Cancer, but it's not for all cancers. It's going to be for some cancers and not for others. So there will be little bits in here for some and a complete total deal for others. Take what works and let the rest go. All right, that's what I'm going to offer. So cool. Let's go ahead and look at the overview now. We have all the cards, where we are, what's blocking us in our solutions. All right, so let's go ahead and get going with this. All right, so the first week being February 26th through March 4th, we have the Star card, which is already saying that you have done a lot of work last month, and it is starting to pay off. You are having a little bit of a break from having to do all the hard work. No major heavy lifting right away. You're not going to start off the month with a blood, sweat, and tears experience going on. So you're going to be, you know, working, doing your thing, getting things going on. All good. Excellent. You are opening to some flow in this way. Good job. You've done all the hard work, so you're ready, and you're worthy. So remember that. That's a good thing. The Page of Wands is here where you're blocked. The Page of Wands is telling me that you are not opening your mind to other people's point of view. Give it a shot. See, hear people out. You may not agree, and that's an understandable thought. You are your own person, Cancer, but allow people to vent their words out. You may find a jewel in that mess. It's not always a mess. Sometimes it's a complete thought, and while you may not agree, go ahead and let them say their words, and allow it to be what it is. You've done very well in the past by collaborating and by not forcing your will per se. So you've adapted in the past, and I want you to sort of consider the possibility of listening. Okay, just listen, because right now this is the new information coming. It doesn't mean you have to do anything yet, but it's blocked if you don't, right? If you're not listening, you're blocking the information from coming in. That's why I'm suggesting you might listen. Okay, cool. The Three of Wands is right here as your solution, and it's talking about you remembering how you did things in the past. So as we move forward, there will be opportunities to maybe consider reusing tactics or ideas that we had in the past, or methods of doing things from the past. So it would be wise to remember. Just look back, remember, and ponder the possibilities. It's good. You can learn things and remember things and reapply them. You don't always have to reinvent the wheel. Sometimes the wheel is just a wheel and you need one or two, usually two. So possibly four. Haha. So do that, okay? Don't reinvent the wheel that month, that week. All right, so let's go ahead and look at the next week over, being the 5th through the 11th of March. We have the Devil starting. So yeah, you are causing your own trouble. This week you are causing your own trouble. If you're having trouble with people, it might be because you're causing trouble with people. Whether you're not listening and they're not interested in you either, neither one of you is listening to one another. So that's a frustration, and you will find that in every case you are the one who's causing the problem. All right. Sorry. Knock it off. The area where you're blocked is working with others. This is a Lover's card. This is a partnership. This is you're not doing the thing you need to do, which is being a peacemaker in some cases. And yes, you can get the job done. It doesn't always have to be your way, but you can absolutely apply yourself to the possibilities of working through the situation with someone else. You're blocked in the partnership by yourself. So interestingly, how the blockage is actually the solution. Yes. And down here, the solution is talking about the King of Wands. So there will be, I'm reading him as a Deus Ex Machina, which is the God machine in a play, who comes in and solves all the problems by waving his big hand and saying, oh, this is how it's gonna go, and fixes all the weird problems that were coming up in the drama. So you may need to defer to the big boss. Let the big boss wave the big hand and say, look, no, seriously, this is how it's gonna go. We're going to do part of your job, and you're going to do part of your thing, and you guys are going to work together right now, and you're going to make it happen, because we don't have time for this nonsense, okay? So this is what you're getting, and I want you to play nice, no tripping the help, okay? And know that, I mean, even if what you end up doing is just stepping back and letting them take the lead, if anything goes wrong, it's their fault. Meh. It's an interesting mentality, of course, but let's face it, when we don't get to do it our own way, we tend to brood. You can brood, you can drag your feet, you can be difficult to work with. We want to stop that for a minute and get the job done, okay? So let the boss be the guy who fixes it, the voice of reason, and then presto, we'll move on. All right, that's what's going on that week. Tough week, sorry. Next week over, being the 12th through the 18th of March, we are looking at the death card to start. You will be releasing something so that you can move forward. If you have an assistant who has been a real trauma for you, maybe you're the one in charge and you need to let go of this assistant who isn't, you know, this whole last week was a real trial run, and yeah, we learned a lot. Like, no, we need your hands for now, but we don't need all that extra back talk and jibber jabber, so we're going to release that. So it could be personnel you're releasing. It could also be an idea that you were in charge that you may need to let go of. Maybe you're not in charge and you have to follow along, and no matter how much the person in charge relies upon you, they may not really want all of your input. So you have to swallow your pride and let them do whatever the hell they want to do, because they're in charge, and you just do what you can to be of use. And that means just stepping back into some gratitude. All right, I know that's hard, especially when you're dealing with the death card. But yes, this could be physical stuff, people, a way of thinking. If you have stuff at home that's getting in your way, you can let it go. You don't necessarily need it for the next step of your life. And if things are in the way, it's okay. It's okay. Release. All right? So now we have the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Pentacles here is where you're blocked. There is somebody here who thinks about the money, who is going to be like, wait a minute, don't just throw that stuff away. We gotta sell it. Don't just toss it. Don't donate it. Make money. So somebody wants to help you with your death card project, and make sure that you aren't wasting anything or releasing anything too much, because they want you to prosper and know the worth and value of what you have. So keep that in mind, and maybe you can delegate that project to them. Here, you go do all that stuff and I'll give you a cut. Presto. It's taken care of, they're happy, and you don't have to deal with it. Yay. But yes, the Queen of Pentacles is going to get in your way and say, don't do that. Another possibility is that this person is the one in charge up here, and that while you're wanting to assert yourself and get what you want done, they're the one who has the money and is saying, we're not going to do it your way, sorry. And you're like, So stay with the death card. Stay with what that is. This is the humbling moment where you have to just say, okay, we're going to do it your way. I'm going to stay in gratitude that I'm here and I have a place to be. It's not what I hoped for, but okay, as you wish, right? Good answer for a queen. As you wish. Take that. Now the other card, this is our Foundation and Power card. The Four of Swords is here saying that, yeah, no, you are taking back your power in a way. Even in releasing, you receive power. So by letting go of control over what's going on at work or whatever's going on with the stuff you got to get rid of, you've freed yourself to do anything else you want to do, which is a place of power. Awesome. You don't have to do all the heavy lifting to have success. We want you to know that and understand that not having things on your back can be a place of power. Okay? This is good. I want you to focus on this and how much you can free yourself up. I think it's going to play a part in the coming weeks. All right? So, the next week over is the 19th or the 25th of March. We have the Temperance card. We are talking about the flow. We want you to get into the flow of things, and it's going to be much easier without all that extra stuff hanging out. All right? So you are, in fact, opening up to the possibility of like letting things move and some change. I feel some changes coming for you. It's really a big deal. This may be part of where you get in your own way because you have an idea of how it should go and you don't want it to go, oh, you were getting in your own way back there. But yeah, no, you really want to have it go a certain way. But the real deal is you're just opening to the flow and you're getting things moving and things are changing in all areas of your life. All areas of your life, okay? So, breathe, accept, and appreciate the fact that things are changing and you are going to have opportunities presenting. Of course, interestingly, some of the opportunities aren't the right opportunities for you right now. This is the Two of Wands saying, yes, you will have a gateway open, but maybe it's a gateway to a cliff. Oops. Don't go through every gateway just because it opens, all right? It may not be the right one for you. But look, you can look through the gate. You don't have to step through the gate, though. So I want you to look through the gate, see what's there. It's blocking. It's going to stop you from moving forward if you go through it. So be careful about that gate. It might be a gate that you hand off to someone else because you're like, hey, guess what? This is a gate and I appreciate it, but it's too much for me. I'm going to send it off to someone else. And that way I don't have to do that. Yay. Cool. Nice. Sharing is caring. The card below is your solution, and it's the King of Cups. The King of Cups is here, and he's definitely talking about how he feels. He is a person who is total bro, right? Total heart-centered male energy person who is absolutely on your side and wanting to be of service to you, support you in all ways, no matter what's going on for you. And don't discard him, don't discount him. Pay attention to what he's got to say today, okay? So this week he's going to be your supporter, especially when this gateway shows up and you're like, oh my God, I know it's there. I know it's a possibility, but I really don't want to go through. Or I kind of want to go through, but I don't know what to go through. And so there's a lot to do with this gateway that you're going to need to talk it through with your friend, okay? The flow is there. You've got some things moving and shaking and changing, but you have opportunities to approach it from a different angle. So talk to your friend and see what's going on so that you have some other input, okay? You need to share your feelings and thoughts also. Yes, I know you have feelings. And let it go. Let it work it through. Just talk it through with somebody else so that you have, like, other ways of thinking, getting dribbled and drabbled through your noggin. Okay? It's good. It'll be beneficial and helpful for you to have more than one perspective. And then we'll move on to the 26th through the April 1st. We have the Nine of Wands here talking about you and your ideas being a little bit different and on the outside of the usual thinking. So you have had this wonderful week of talking through opportunities and thoughts, and you're like, the plan you're coming up with is not run-of-the-mill, because there's part of you that wants to at least ponder that gate. I feel like part of you wants to move that gate away from the cliff. You're going to disassemble the gate, move it, and reassemble it somewhere else. Aren't you funny? But there's something about how you approach the situation to make that opportunity work for you instead of the way it came to you. You're not going to look at that blockage and let it stand as a blockage. You're going to say no. The gateway is good. The location and the fact that it's a blockage is bullshit. So I'm going to fix it. I'm going to move it. Ta-da! Which is not what normal people do. When they see something like that, they go, yeah, I'm just going to close the gate and make sure that nobody else gets hurt, and I'm out. Bye. Moving on. I'll find something else. But you're going to try and maneuver it and make it work. So the input from your friend helped you figure that out. Good job. But here's what's going on. The Five of Cups is here as your blockage, in that you're focusing on things from the past and relationships from the past more so than you are on the ones that are current. So that reality is that you are discounting in some ways who is there with you right now. And I want you to sort of approach it from a point of view that the people who are here supporting you right now are much more important than the ones from the past. It's okay to glance back and feel like you're gleaning some knowledge from what you did in the past, but don't stay focused there too long. It will block you, okay? So glance, don't live, right? It's interesting because what's happening is your solution is the Ten of Swords. You are absolutely stepping into a place of understanding your complete power. I feel like there's part of you that is stepping away from all of the things that have brought you this far, including this King of Cups is encouraging you to make a step in a different direction where you will have a greater impact. Okay? So Cancer is stepping away from this month from something that you did all the time into something that you don't do all the time. And it's going to be very empowering for you. There's a lot of interesting stuff happening with that. I can feel that you're going to move up the ranks in a different way than people had thought you would. Congratulations. You're coming out of your shell in a different way, and you're going to, I feel like if you've been on the factory floor or in lower management of the factory floor, you've decided to go up into the big office to help figure out how to run the floor better, or even beyond that, to where you are going to help figure out how this factory should be running from outside the factory. So you get my meaning. Those of you who know what's going on and understand what that means, congratulations, this is you. You're stepping up, you're stepping out. You're going to have a lot of interesting kinds of power, and it's going to be interesting to see you embrace this and have a real impact. So congratulations, awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and save these cards over here so that we can start going in depth on the first week of March with these cards that we pre-programmed for you. Bum, 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 right? Okay. So here we go. We're going to go ahead and add these cards. And see what's working. Okay. So we have the Star card. We were talking about that earlier. How the hard work is over. At the very beginning of the month, we're having a little moment where we could go, okay, I did the hard work. I planted. I plowed the field. Everything is going. Everything is watered. The seeds are in. You can just chill out for a minute. I did all the heavy duty work last week or last month. All the months up till now. It's good. I'm glad to see you doing that. That's awesome. And now we have the Queen of Cups is right here. She's an emotionally based lady in your world. Okay. Also the Cricket. Intuition, power of belief. Intuition, power of belief. She is absolutely here to say, hey, guess what? You can trust it. You can trust your belly. You can trust me to listen to you and help you circumnavigate what's going on right now, okay? So this is important. The Ten of Cups is here also. The grasshopper, similar in shape but not symbology. leaps of happiness. You're going to have some very happy things happening for you. 10 of Cups, right? 10 of Cups is always a good card. Because you've done all the hard work, you're into the party time, okay? There's a lot of joy, a lot of happiness. You've succeeded in the process. You are in the flow of some really good stuff happening. Excellent news. There's a party atmosphere happening this week. Very good. We're excited to see how this plays out. We were talking about the Page of Wands, new information coming to you that could be a block to you and stop you in your tracks. So pay attention, though. Listen and hear them out. We want you to listen and hear them out. Doesn't mean you have to do it, but listen to the information that could be in the way. The Magician is here also. Fox, blessings and magic and invisibility, right? The Fox is here. He's a cute little dude. And he is there to say, guess what? You have the tools and energy, but they will not be able to help you deal with the information you've received. And you won't be able to physically manifest your stuff, okay? So this is not, you're not going to be putting a lot of hands on. You're not going to be able to do a lot of that. You're still over in a party atmosphere, right? Listen to it. Interesting. New information. Maybe you have to formulate a plan. Page of Cups is here. New information also. And that is a caterpillar. Good luck and new birth. These are all blocking you. So all this new information is coming. And I think it's just like stuff that goes in your head and like fills your heart and makes you go, oh my God. There's possibilities of new stuff and magic and blessings. Oh my gosh. Good luck. Ooh. All this stuff is super exciting, but it's also going to block me from whatever I'm working on right now. And that's okay. So I feel like this information is from a totally different area of possibility, okay? It's actually talking about what's coming up at the end of the month. Yes, this is going to refer to the end of the month, all right? You can't do anything with it right now. It will block you. But it's planting a giant seed. You're going to put that into your heart. Put this seed that's coming in and put it in your heart. Enjoy the fun, enjoy the party. You've worked for it. You've earned this opportunity to relax a bit. You're going to have some memories from the past. We talked about not reinventing the wheel. It's important for you to look at where you are and see what's going on and going, okay, I get it. This is cool. I remember this from then and da-da-da and la-la-la. Okay, cool. And you're thinking about how you can apply the big seed to what's going on now. You're thinking. Thinking is fair. Don't stop yourself from thinking. Just don't act on any of it right now. Okay? The Strength card is here. The Lion. Strength of will and the inner sun. So indeed, the Lion is here to say, guess what? There's a lot going on, and your looking back is going to be reminding you of the struggle of getting to where you are now. That's the beauty of what all this is you're in a place of the 10 of Cups, but you're remembering all the hard stuff, right, that got you here. Remembering all this hard work, and you're like, oh, it was a lot. Yes. 9 of Pentacles here. Beaver, working for your dreams. 9 of Pentacles, working for your dreams. So this is a reminder. All of the big seed here is a reminder that you came to this position, this place, with a goal that was somewhere over there. You knew this was a stepping stone on the way, and you have worked your butt off to get to this stepping stone. Awesome. But there was another goal over there, and we want you to remember, number one, this is telling you, remember the goal. It's a thought. It's a possibility. It's a big seed. Okay? We're just planting a giant seed in your psyche about the big goal. There was the big goal a long time ago. And you're remembering about the long time ago that planted that seed, that made you think about that thought. But then you had to like, oh, well, I'm just going to trudge the road to get there. And you've been trudging. You've been doing your trudgeronious thing. And yes, you are in fact going to be able to come out on the other side with some appreciation of where you've been and how you got here, okay? We like that you're here. We love that you're here. We love that there's a seed planted. Congratulations. You have a seed planted, and you are now probably getting ready to do something different, or at least just let the seed do its thing, okay? Let the seed do its thing. Remember, we talked about pushing things too far and not letting it manifest on its own. So we have this seed. Let's see what we can do about watering it. Okay, let's talk about that next week. This is all good for this week, and I will talk to you next about the 5th through the 11th of March. And once again, thank you so much, Cancer, for being here with me. If you like what you're hearing, go ahead and hit the like button, subscribe. We will talk next week about the 5th through the 11th. Thank you.